Hi everyone, welcome to the weekly horoscopes. I would just like to take this opportunity to thank my sponsor for this video, Keen. Keen offers 24/7 access to vetted psychics, astrologers, spiritual advisors on all areas of life, be it career, be it love, be it family. They are so easy to access, and if you join via the link below, you will be able as a new customer to have the first 10 minutes for $1.99. Prices do vary for each individual advisor. You'll be able to see whenever you sign up and are looking at them, depending on what area of life it is that you want to look into. Keen is by far one of the most affordable sites on the net for spiritual advice. I'm not offering private readings at the moment, but I recently was able to speak with an astrologer on there called Rick, who was very impressive. As someone who's very into astrology, I myself can find it hard to be objective depending on my own transits. It's really good to talk to someone who's an objective eye and knows nothing about you. And he was able to look at my birth chart and see exactly what was coming up for me, which was super impressive and so easy to access. I think after I picked him, I was talking to him on the chat feature with maybe 5-10 minutes, that quick. It's also a wonderful way to build a rapport with these spiritual advisors that can lead you to intention setting, to gaining more clarity on other matters, to have chakra cleansing. It is a great start for your spiritual journey if there is something that you need information on. As one of the most affordable sites, Keen also offers you weekly discounts via email once you sign up. I strongly recommend it. It is a wonderful site, and it's actually how I learned the meaning of tarot cards way back 10 years ago when I started my tarot journey. It has so much information and such wonderful advisors. I strongly recommend it. Have a check it out, and I will see you in the weekly scopes. Bye. Hi Scorpio. Welcome to your weekly tarot scope. I hope you're doing really well. This is following on astrologically from eclipse season, and it's shifting up the way that you communicate, the way that you express your feelings, and also the way other people talk to you, the way other people communicate with you. I think a portal has been opened where communication starts to make a lot more sense because you're coming from a place of authenticity where you can speak your truth. Let's have a little look what the cards have to say for the beautiful Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay. The Sun, the Emperor, the World, the Five of Swords, and the Empress. Wow. Beautiful. What's underneath? Five of Cups. Interesting. So let me see. To clarify, final two were the Page of Wands and the Queen of Cups. Interesting. Okay, Scorpio. Some old habits do die hard in terms of perspective. No? Okay. Let me see. Let's talk about Venus, because the Empress here represents the planet Venus. So we have the Sun, Leo energy, Emperor, Mars energy, Aries and fellow Scorpio, the World, Saturn, Venus, and the Empress. Okay. So let's get one thing straight off the bat. Your challenge position, the Five of Swords, is in terms of the actual spread, not what's underneath, but in terms of the actual spread, it is the only card that is not Major Arcana, meaning that your challenge is no match for you and the people on your team. The Five of Swords in the challenge is when you want to win at all costs. It's when you want to be victorious. It's when you want to be the one that comes out on top, at the expense of all else. And we often see the Five of Swords whenever people are victorious in a sense, in that they stood their ground maybe, but there were a lot of people very hurt in the process and the win didn't really outweigh the cost. So what this is saying for you, Scorpio, is that there is a fear, as I almost think is a birthright of many Scorpios at this point. There is a fear within you that you could lose. There is a fear within you that you could be deceived, maybe someone could do a number on you. There's a fear that you could be proved right about fears is one thing that I'm kind of getting for Scorpios at the minute. Now, the interesting point that I think you could do with knowing is that the sun in the positive position, the sun is the energy that's helping you. The sun is always the ending of a karmic cycle. It's always the ending of a series of lessons. It is representative of Saturn, which is just retrograded back into Capricorn for its final stay there for at least 29 years or so. And Saturn for you is all about communication. It's all about the way that you're speaking because of where it is. You know, it can make you feel that fear again of not being able to speak your truth. Now that kind of is your final exam. But that's not saying that you should just go and blurt everything out. No, because there are ways that you can say things. There are ways of communicating that include the truth but are put in a way that is humane, that are put in a way that is sensitive, that is put in a way that is kind. And with the Five of Swords, your challenge is to be kind this week. Your challenge is to speak from a place of love and a place of power, because things are actually looking very good. Very good. We have the Sun and we have the Empress. So something is in a stage of blossoming. Something is in a stage of birthing. Something is birthing between you and another person. Something quite beautiful, or it is that you have a new opportunity of abundance, of finance, and of appreciation. So the Empress is when somebody sees your beauty. You know, that's not necessarily even just looks. It could be that someone sees your ability to create, because the Empress is procreation. So it could be creating a skill set. It could be that your business is flourishing. It could be that your love life is flourishing, but within it comes this fear, comes this Five of Swords that you're going to be hurt. Interestingly, if you're dealing with a fire sign or a Libra and Taurus, it seems to be that you and this other person are creating something quite beautiful. There is actually a very high risk of pregnancy here. Just going to put that out there if that's something you're not interested in. The Sun connects with Neptune, the Sun being in Cancer, Neptune being in Pisces, which is your sector of creativity and babies, basically everything that the Empress rules. So just be mindful if that's not what you want. There seems to be a little indication in the cards, Scorpio, that that's maybe what you're going to get. So the Sun also rules children, which is why I'm going there. But there could also be happy news surrounding your child or a child in your life. You know, spending time with kids is represented by the Sun. Spending time with the mother and father is also linked here with the Empress and the Emperor. Now, the Emperor in the middle is all about feeling in charge of your own life, feeling powerful, feeling like you can utilize the divine masculine energy of being a protector, being helpful, being kind, being generous. And the Empress energy is that receptive energy of allowing that sort of energy in and nourishing and tending to your own emotions. So for a lot of you, it looks like love seems to be flourishing for many. And it seems to me that either it is love, Scorpio, or it is a business, or it is a career where there seems to be something pretty successful, and it's coming from a series of learning lessons. But with the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords, you're being very challenged by your past. You're being very challenged by things that didn't work out. I want to bet, I feel that many Scorpios, just by a little look at these cards, could be hearing from an ex from the past. And I'm not going to put that in the title because I hate that kind of clickbait. But I feel like a lot of you could be challenged by somebody who was unkind, somebody who wasn't that nice a figure. And I think you have to be very wary of letting that type of energy in your head. Just be mindful of that. Or someone could remind you or mention somebody from the past that really hurt you, and it could come into your head, and you might have to feel like you're sticking up for yourself a little bit. With the Five of Swords, do not shoot the messenger. Just allow that to wash away and say that it's part of your past and that you're a different person now, things are blooming. Because this is really beautiful. With the Empress, the Page of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. It is sentimental, it is sweet, but it's also lighthearted and fun. And it is where you and somebody else, because there's two court cards, I feel like you and somebody else are creating something beautiful, whether it is a relationship, whether it is a child, whether it's a business, whether it is You know, it could be something as simple, because the cards can be very simple. It could be something as simple as planning a holiday with your best friend, or planning an event, or being reunited with your best friend. But there's a lot of joy to be had here, Scorpio. And as I say, the least powerful card is the one in your challenge position, you know? Fives are so transitional that they're always about perspective. Five of Cups is choosing to accept the love that's being offered to you and being grateful for it, being happy about it. Two of Cups is standing and not being obsessed with what's gone wrong before. And the Five of Swords is much the same. It's choosing to be choosing to engage in life without fear of looking foolish is how I would see this for you. And I'm going to do a love oracle card and see what's coming up. For Scorpios, ooh, the Garden. Yeah, there's a strong sense of blooming, like something is blossoming, blooming. Maybe somebody gives you flowers, maybe you are looking after a literal garden. But I feel like it's metaphorical because there's a unicorn in there. And I think that there's something quite magical going on for you and that you shouldn't be doubting it so much, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Let's see. Let's do a clarifier. Ooh, okay. So there's a couple things have popped out here. Let me see. The rainbow reviver, intimacy, chivalry, and forgiveness. So this is about forgiving yourself. I think for a lot of Scorpios, this looks like you're going into a new period of romance that requires intimacy, or new friendships that require you to be more, emotionally engaged with people, sort of opening up. I think you're going through a period of healing with the Rainbow Reviver too. But I think, Scorpio, there's a sense that you may need to forgive yourself or forgive somebody in your past. And I think, just make sure that you're not bringing your past into your future. Mercury is retrograde, so be wary of people popping up. Because with the Emperor, the Empress, and chivalry, I feel like there is the potential for a lot of you to be attracting or engaging in relationships that are very fulfilling. But there is this sense with the Five of Swords, and I'm sorry to dwell on that because it's not the most powerful card by any means, but I know how a Scorpio with swords energy can be very powerful. And make things very amplified. So just be careful of your own thoughts. Don't let your mind rule you. And if there is something in your past that really hurt you, make a point of forgiving it, not for them, but for yourself and for your future. Eclipses are all about closing something out, and you are closing out a cycle. And oftentimes it is at the culmination of an energy when we start to remember things that we had forgotten in that particular journey. So don't get stuck there, but do acknowledge that you're a different person now. And you're heading into a period of connection and beauty. Very pretty. Very nice indeed. Have a wonderful week, Scorpio. And I'll see you soon. Bye.